Gave you an easy free play winner in the first Paris game on Thursday between the Spurs and Pacers on the total. Now I'm going to look at the side in the rematch. I think there's a great money-making opportunity Saturday afternoon in the Paris game. Part deux. Look at that. I can speak French after all. Spurs, Pacers, ESPN, noon Eastern Saturday. Free play with analysis coming up right now. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, right back here on Wager Talk TV, breaking down the rematch. Game 2 in Paris, and I told you in Thursday's video that I thought Game 2 would be the better handicapping situation because we could look at the Game 1 result, maybe do a little zig or a zag, and I think that's definitely the case here. Now, if you recall, if you watched the video on Thursday, I gave you an easy free play winner on the over 229.5, total 250. Spurs, by the way, 140 points, their best offensive output in several years. Pacers' worst defensive showing by far this season. So will things reverse, or does Wembanyama and his home country have an edge in this game? I think things do reverse for a couple reasons. I mentioned in that video on Thursday, we stayed off the side because I thought it was not a good spot for Indiana. They've been the hottest team in the NBA, 8-1 to start the new year, 8-1 straight up and against the spread. Meanwhile, the Spurs are heading the exact opposite direction. Spurs had gone 1-6 straight up and against the spread since early January. But these weird road trips across seas, we see it in the NFL as well, or off a bye week, in the NFL, can often change momentum, and that's exactly what happened. But I wasn't ready to step in with San Antonio because the Pacers are the better team. Now I think we do step in with the Pacers. After the 30-point blowout loss, the terrible defensive effort, I think they will bring their A game. This is still a team that was 8-1 straight up in ATS in the month of January until that loss on Thursday. And once again, the Spurs were just 1-6 straight up at ATS. I don't think anything has changed after one game. What changed was the energy, the enthusiasm for French's own Wembanyama, and he had a monster game as expected. I told you that as well. Look at his props over 30 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. I think he had 5 blocks as well. Even tried to alley-oop to himself off the backboard. It was showtime, but keep in mind, what was it, a 3-point game at the half? It was close. It was that third quarter in which the Spurs just blew the Pacers out. Pacers just basically packed it in at that point, but they will not be flat for this game, and Indiana is still the better team. And what's crazy is that while I think the situation is a lot better for Indiana now in the second game, the line is actually less. When I did that video for early on Wednesday, actually for the Thursday game, the opening line was Pacers as high as 3, closed 2.5 in most spots. Now the look-ahead line heading into the weekend is only 2. So you're actually getting the Pacers at about a point less in what I think is a much better spot. Take the better team, focus spot. Whenever you can take the better team in the NBA in a focus spot, it's always worth a look. And we're getting a discounted price as well. Indiana Pacers -2. That's the way to play this at noon Eastern on ESPN Saturday afternoon. As far as the total, not much value left with that over. It was a shootout, obviously, 250 points. We easily cashed that free play on the over 229.5. It's now 234, 235. Odds makers have done their job and bumped it higher. And I do expect a much better defensive effort from Indiana after their worst showing of the season. So I wouldn't be touching that total here. I think it actually could come back down to earth in this rematch. But once again, I think the side is the way you play the zigzag here with the Pacers -2. Hey, comment below. What are your thoughts on this game? Side, total, player props. Do we play Wembanyama over again? Or was all that energy in Game 1? I get a feeling it was more so in Game 1. I'd be a little lukewarm on those props here in Game 2, and I'm sure they're going to be inflated just like the game total is as well. Thumbs up, like if you're liking these free play videos. I will keep them coming. Don't forget also, this is the first Saturday in nearly 6 months that we don't have college or pro football, which means it is college basketball time, and I am debuting this year's top 25 Saturday college basketball video. I've done it for the past few years, starting in late January and February. It debuts this Saturday, so click subscribe and click that bell so you can be the first to watch for my top 25 college hoops video for Saturday. And also, I will have standalone deep dive videos for both NFC and AFC championship games, Commanders, Eagles, Bills, Chiefs, and also my Fade the Public conference championship video for this Sunday. All of that will be loaded this weekend, so click subscribe, click the bell for instant alerts. And by the way, the more thumbs up, likes, the more comments below, the more free play basketball videos I'll do each and every day, each and every week coming up as well. I do read the comments and I reply back. In fact, I'll give you something to comment about. Many of you gave me French comments, which I loved. I told you to do it. I used Google Translate. I actually understood a few of them without Google Translate, but I'm not a French speaker. I'm going to take it to another level, though, here. Best French movie, joke, whatever you want. I always think of European Vacation, the second one in the trilogy. And actually, there were 4. Vegas Vacation made it 4 movies. But the berets, if I had a beret, I'd be wearing it right now in the video. But I don't have a lot of French things. I could have brought some brie, I guess, but I would have eaten it on camera. But Rusty the beret. Rusty, one of my favorite scenes. I'll give you a joke also. I don't know if you've heard this one. I'm stealing it from someone 30 years ago. I don't even know who to credit. I've heard it years ago, but Euro Disney opened and they did a firework display to celebrate, and 5 minutes later the French surrendered. That's a great joke. It probably offended some of you. Comment below if it offended you, and I'll reply back. Hey, on a serious note, though, we are red hot basketball and football. 6-1 over the past week here in college and pro hoops and NFL, and I have some strong best bets for this weekend lined up. Obviously, a huge day on Saturday, especially in college basketball, but I also have both NFL championship winners for you for this Sunday, AFC and NFC championship best bets. 5-0 in the playoffs, 29-12 since early November in the NFL. Number one at Wager Talk, up over 60 units of profit, and I've got best bets in both games this weekend in the NFL for you in advance. They're loaded right now. Shop around and get the best number. Those numbers were tight last week, and these lines have some variance right now. In fact, if you want to check out the line variance at all the major books, try a 7-day free trial at oddslogic.com/SM. This is a special offer I've been bringing you. It's 7 days of premium live odds, real-time injury updates, and real-time scores. The same information I use, the same information the sports books use behind the counter. You can get a 7-day free trial right now, oddslogic.com/SM. That information is on my homepage at Wager Talk. You will also see a 7-day for $77 for best bets at wagertalk.com, and also the 1-year all access with an instant $811 discount, which it gets down to $3 a day, $1 a play. SM365 is that promo code. Look, threw a lot at you there. Special offers, the free 7-day trial for the Odds Logic. You don't have to memorize them. They're all on my page right now, along with my best bets, and also a free play. Bonus free play every day. My last cut goes up as a free play for everybody to see on my page. So check it out, Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com. And, of course, get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. Follow me on social media as well, at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merrill on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.